This year's selection of Bryan Stevenson's Just Mercy challenged us to examine and confront the systemic racism, inequities, and moral failures of the United States criminal legal system. Perhaps now more than ever, Stevenson's voice needs to be heard. The deaths of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and other Black Americans at the hands of police violence ignited a global reckoning with America's pernicious investment in policing, criminalization, and incarceration. The failure to adequately address the COVID-19 crisis, especially as it devastated vulnerable communities, including prison populations, revealed the nation's prioritizing of some lives over others. But Stevenson calls us forward to a better, fairer world, one that is more just in being more merciful. The One Book programming this year helped us see how, as a nation, we can divest from the systems that have led to this national crisis and invest in the values that will truly make our communities flourish, such as education, healthcare, and support services. We learned from formerly and currently incarcerated activists, academics, lawyers, playwrights, artists, and scholars. We had events reimagining policing, juvenile justice, solitary confinement, the death penalty, confessions, and prisons. In all of this, we accepted Stevenson's invitation to rethink what justice demands, and in so doing, to reimagine what is possible. Despite living through a global pandemic and all of the challenges that come with that, we had some of the most meaningful and innovative programs I've ever had the privilege of being a part of. I want to thank everyone in the community who hosted, participated in, or attended events this year, especially Nancy Caniff, the members of the One Book Steering Committee, and the One Book Fellows and Ambassadors.
My name is Miles Langford.
Bobby Reed.
Teresa.
Alicia.
Jessa.
Mark.
Julia Friedman. I served as the Student Outreach Fellow.
I am the Newsletter Fellow for One Book.
I'm part of the One Book team.
My favorite One Book event this year was titled Teaching Just Mercy Through the Blocks collection. It really helped me understand how artwork can be a springboard to dialogue as well as an instrument of change.
My favorite was Chicago's police epidemic with Andrew Papachristos.
Discussion we did with NPEP and UPEP surrounding LGBTQ incarceration. Beth Redbird and Kat Albrecht presenting their research.
The Walking in Bryan Stevenson's Footsteps event.
Life in the System event with some formerly incarcerated panelists, Ronaldo, William, Michael.
One Book events, often, centered incarcerated people's voices.
To be able to see what is actually happening in our own backyard, I thought was really, really important.
It has really made me pay more attention to what happens on a more localized level.
It was really helpful for me to see how current events that we were watching on the news and seeing talked about in social media could be in conversation with the program.
There is this surface level of understanding that I think is continually developing in society surrounding these issues of incarceration and racism. But I think that One Book does a really good job of delving deep into the different corners, the different aspects of each separate issue within that bigger umbrella. It's really touching to see so many different people from so many different backgrounds come together under this goal of furthering the mission of not only One Book, but the meaning behind the books that we present each and every year.
None of this would have been possible without the One Book Steering Committee, Fellows and Ambassadors, and of course, our One Book Faculty Chair, Jennifer Lackey. Thank you for joining us on this journey.